Keira, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm starting with a super easy question, one that I've asked everybody. Tell me about your journey so far, becoming the DYW of New Jersey. Or Connecticut, sorry. This is so exciting. A lot of people get to this point and they are excited, nervous. But I want to know about how you got here in the first place. What steps did you take and how did you find out about DYW?
I definitely do have a lot of emotions flowing in me. I'm super pumped to head down to Alabama in the future. But I started this journey because of my mom, actually. We had some family friends who knew a DYW of Illinois a couple years ago, and she told us about what an amazing program this was and how inspirational meeting other girls, hearing other stories can be. So my mom actually signed me up, and in Connecticut, it's a very small program. So we actually did a joint program with Massachusetts. So it was me and two other Connecticut girls who were all in a crowd of Massachusetts girls who were so welcoming. And I didn't know what I was walking into. I basically did not go in very prepared at all, besides the fitness routine, which I had nailed down. No, they welcomed us in with big arms and happy smiles, and we met all the girls, and we did a few days of learning routines, interviews, preparations, and it was just such an awesome experience to meet these girls. I have lifelong best friends now, both from Connecticut and Massachusetts. And after that program was over, I'm great friends with the Massachusetts girl because we'll be heading down together, so it's great to already know somebody going to Alabama.
Yeah, that is so awesome. I mean, a lot of y'all have had the same sort of answers. You've known somebody who's
Yes.
talked to you about it, or you've just heard about it through the grapevine. Fortunately, a lot of schools know about it, but I think that's our ultimate goal. We want to get more people to know about the program because of how awesome it is and how beneficial it is, not just from the obvious, the scholarship dollars and all of that, that you can have the potential to win. But like you said, you're gaining friends in this
Mhm.
program and you're coming to Alabama, Mobile to meet 48 others because you already know Massachusetts. So you're going to meet 48 other girls. And they're likely going to be your friend for life now after this. And if not a friend, you're going to have a connection regardless, so you're going to know somebody from all of these states and carry that with you for the rest of your life and not just this year. This is a sisterhood. So you're going to have connections and bonds with somebody who participated in this program decades ago, which is so cool because this is the 68th year, and something that we're really proud to keep going. And the only way we're able to do that is from our volunteers who actually help put the program on, our sponsors who are the reason that we have scholarships in the first place. And then, of course, our participants who like to do the program and want to better themselves in the long run. And um, I think part of that whole gesture of ours is we're basing that on a theme this year and it's the ripple effect, and how one small gesture can lead to such big change and big impact. So this conversation can lead to somebody else wanting to do it because Kira did it, or a volunteer just donating their time one weekend to make a program happen. And that can only happen because they did that. And then, of course, the sponsors who donate their money and these scholarships for all of you to compete for. None of that would happen without these small gestures, and they in turn make such a big impact. So, another question I have for you is what advice or um yeah, I guess really advice for participants or sponsors or even volunteers to get them to consider doing this program and to know that this small gesture does make, such a big deal.
Right. Like I said, I made so many lifelong friends, and when I'm telling somebody about this program, the first thing I tell them about, it's not the money, it's not the scholarship. I don't mention the scholarships I win. I mention my friends that I have. I have friends on Instagram, that I have friends on Snapchat, that I FaceTime them. That's the first thing I mention. And it's really that we didn't really have a big group, but we had a group, and no matter the size, we created friends. Everybody had friends, and we were all friends. It was like we were in the hot tub one night at my host family, and then it was me and two other girls, and we just had a blast blasting music, talking about our lives. the things that we enjoy, and that moment, like that will live inside me forever. I will tell my kids, my friends, anybody who asks me about this program. I'm trying to get that message out there right now because, like I said, Connecticut was only three girls, and Connecticut's not a huge state, but it's still pretty big. There's definitely more than three girls in the state. So if I can spread that message that this program just gives you friends, gives you family, gives you that sisterhood that people are looking for, that it's an amazing place to go. And I think that any sponsors, any family, any friends who are considering this program should just know that there are so many opportunities to meet different girls, and hearing those stories is so inspirational. And I think that that's definitely the biggest thing about DYW.
I mean, you said it there. It's really about the sisterhood that you are creating and those connections, those bonds that are forming. And it's something that you're going to carry with you and have in common forever now, which is, I think, and I'm probably already said this. It's just one of those things that is my favorite parts of the program. Yes, the scholarship is great. Yes, you're learning all of these wonderful skills, but there's nothing that can replace a friendship and a quality connection. And this program absolutely does that year over year and time again. Um, and a lot of times, we make these connections, we make these bonds, and you would have never done that without them taking that leap, taking that jump and that initiative to do the program too. And we want to make sure that all of these girls who are apprehensive about joining the program, they see it as a pageant. They're not a pageant girl. They don't have a talent. What can they do for a talent? Um, we
I
want
had
to
that.
make Yeah,
No,
we want to make sure that message is clear that you can do this. Like it's not as hard as you think it is, and there's so much more that you're going to gain from it.
I was freaking out before the pageant because I was like, I don't have a talent. I was a figure skater. I'm a track runner. None of those things I can do on a stage. I can't sing. I definitely can't play an instrument, that's for sure. So went with what I did best, and there's definitely a talent for everybody. I did a speech. Everybody can talk. Like, you can do this. It's not based on your beauty. There's no headshots. It's not based on how you walk, how you like put on makeup. It's based on what's really inside. And I think if I have to give another piece of advice to any girl who's considering this, don't push yourself to prepare too hard because your personality will shine through the less you are prepared and rigid and following a standard. Because if you allow yourself to be who you are, you're gonna make those friends who see you, who love you for who you are. Those judges are gonna see you and love you for who you are. And everybody who's in the crowd is just gonna be like, wow, this girl is really letting her personality shine through. And I think that's the biggest part of being
Yeah, and 100%. And one of the girls that I spoke to had a really good piece of advice. She said, "You don't come to the program knowing everything. You're
on.
going through the program to learn these great skills." And I was like, that is such great wisdom because you really are. You're learning these interview skills. You're learning this physical fitness routine. Even if you're not physically fit, you're gonna learn.
I learned how to do a push-up on stage. That was
See?
definitely not something I would think I was doing 5 years ago.
Exactly. And I think it just goes to show that like you can do hard things. As long as you take that step, you put your foot forward, you are going to do great things. And uh this program absolutely just shows that every single time. Um so we are so close to finals. June will be here before we know it, and that means college is also going to be on the horizon for you very soon. Do you have any plans yet? Do you have your college picked out and your major picked out, or are we still narrowing down?
So I will be attending Washington University in St. Louis this fall for both track and field, and I'm considering right now educational studies and psychology. Though between those two, I have no idea which one I pick. I can see myself going down a law track, an education track, a psychology track. So I don't want to put too much pressure on myself to decide right now. I just want to explore all those opportunities and see which one I like better because I think that's what college is for. So going in, I definitely know I want to work with kids in the future. That's my biggest thing is being able to advocate for kids, whether that's in a law setting, a psychology setting, or an educational setting. That's my overall like big arching theme is that I want to be able to help kids in the future. And on the track side, I will be running both the 100 hurdles and the 400 hurdles at WashU. And I'm not not sure how that's gonna go, but I'm excited to make all the friends and meet all the teams who go there and everybody else who's on the team. I know I've met a bunch of other girls already, and they're so supportive. I think that everybody there is just ready to go in and work hard and work together to create a cohesive team, and I'm excited to be a part of that. Kind of like
Absolutely. Well, I think you should go on stage and change your talent up, do some sprints, show us what you got, show us why you're going to college. I think that's great. I think that'd be a great idea.
2 laps around the track. I mean, on
Perfect.
the
On the
stage.
stage. Yes. Perfect. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're gonna work on that.
Work on that.
Well, I'm so excited for you. I cannot wait to meet you in person. It's gonna be here again before we know it, just a couple of months
I
away.
know.
So I hope you are getting prepared as much as you can. Again, like you said, don't over prepare. It's not it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. It will be hard work, but it's going to be more than fun.
Mhm.
And you're going to meet so many great people. So,
So excited.
Kira, it is going to be a pleasure to meet you in person. I can't wait. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'm here for you. Okay.
I will. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.